Hello everybody, and look where I am today. Yep, we're at the ReStore again. And I'm at the ReStore today because, well, I'm in town and I decided to, well, might as well stop in while I'm here and see if anything is different. This is the same one that I did a video of in one of the other vlogs. So you probably will see some of the same things, but also maybe some different things. I don't know, I haven't been here since the last time I did a video, so let's go ahead and take a look. So, as usual, there is music playing in the background, so I decided to, here we are, just voicing over it. And here is that ceiling fan that we saw last time. Looks like they took the blades off of it so that they could put it out here instead of where it was before. And I wanted to share the stickers, or the stamps on it this time. You can see they're both the same, just two different company names. So that's interesting. It is a neat fan, but I don't have a use for it, so... And here is the other one that we saw last time. This is a interesting chandelier. It has a spotlight bulb in the middle by Sylvania, and then some candelabra-based bulbs out to the sides. As we, oh, there's a CFL. As we work our way over, I notice it is very disorganized, and it seems to have gotten even more disorganized since the last time I was here. Looks like they have some new fixtures hanging up here, and some of these drop-in ceiling lights that I showed for a brief second. As we turn around, we can see the random electronics and the fluorescent tubes and things from the closed-up hardware store. Now down here, something caught my eye right away. It was these giant, I think they're ER-shaped floodlight bulbs, electrical reflector, something like that. And here is a lampy fixture. Oh, I love these lampy fixtures. Very nice, and all kinds of different things in between. Obviously a lot of the same stuff that we saw last time, but some new things, so that was nice to, see something different for a change, because sometimes I come here and there's nothing different. So, anyway, lots of lighting. There's one of those Chinese-made ones. The only one that wasn't Chinese-made was that silver one that was in the middle of the container there. That one was made by GE, and I did end up getting that one. That was the only one that was made by GE, so I decided, I might as well just get the one. They are quite huge, and I don't really have a use for them, so that is just fine. And, random fixtures here and there. They seem to just place things wherever there's a place to set something down. There's not really any rhyme or reason to why they're in the location that they are. Some things that I donated a while back are still there, so, whatever. And, yeah, now I'm just kind of making up words. The high-intensity discharge bulbs that you see there, the high-pressure sodium ones, have been there since the ReStore opened. I don't think anybody knows what they are, but I don't really need them because I have cases of them, so it's just kind of a thing that I don't need. I looked through some of the fluorescents there, and there wasn't anything that was too interesting. Just standard cool whites and things like that. Now there was a lot of packaged bulbs here, like these older Sylvanias, which look pretty nice. I think there might have been one or two packs of those. Here's an IKEA CFL. Very cool. I think those are made by Mega Man, and they made really good quality CFLs from my experience and from what I've heard. So lots of, that kind of stuff. Now down here is all the reflector bulbs with the GE one in the middle. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed looking around the ReStore. There was new things there, and they did move some things around, like the ceiling fan, I already forgot what it was, but you saw it in the video. Excuse me. The interesting thing that I found that was the most interesting was that lampy fluorescent light. It has a German-made ballast in it, if I remember correctly, but we'll see that here at the end of the video like I usually do. Anyway, we're at the thrift store now. This one that you probably saw in the background of my other video when we went to do these things, so let's go inside here and see what we can find. This place was pretty busy today, so there was a lot of people walking around, and I tried not to get them on camera, so if I show some really weird camera angles or walk around, because there was some guy coming down the hall here that I was standing in, and he wasn't going to move until I moved, so once I decided to leave right here, he finally walked through. Well, you could have went around, but whatever. And on this side, we find that PL bulb from last time and some fluorescent sockets there. Nothing too interesting here. Looks like some garbage cans or whatnot. Golf clubs are always a common sight at these types of stores, and there's my hand. Beautiful. Here we have some GE halogens. I opened them up, and they're actually Philips inside. Philips spotlights. Some older ones, which were different to see. Haven't seen those in a while. I don't know why I didn't open it on camera. It was just so busy there. And down below, which I probably showed for a second and will show here at the end, there's an electronic shop light. It's fluorescent at least, so that's nice. So, I had to move the camera around quite a bit inside of Vinny's there because there was a lot of people walking around, so if it went all over the place, that's why. So we're at Goodwill now, maybe you can see that behind me, and this place is incredibly busy as well, so we'll see what we can get. Well, I was very surprised. When I got inside, it wasn't that busy back by the electronics junk. And there wasn't anybody back in this corner. There were people there after I left, though, but it seemed like everybody was by the clothes and things like that. Nothing real interesting here. One time I got a Apple Bluetooth keyboard here for $4, so sometimes I look for that kind of stuff, because that was incredibly cheap for one of those expensive keyboards. But I haven't been able to find anything like that since then here. Nothing of too interestingness. That's not really a word, but whatever. This is an interesting place, and I'll explain what it is at the end of this clip. But anyway, this is usually where the lighting and electrical type things are, and there's not much there. A couple light fixtures and some bulbs and random things like that. Here's some CFLs at the end hanging on a hook. Not as much variety, and there not usually is, but I haven't been to this place in a long time. So there's lighting on the ceiling. It used to be 8-foot slimline fixtures back in the day, but they were all converted to those T8, F32 T8 fixtures. Here's some video cameras. I don't know much about them, but just thought I would share them with everyone, because they're always interesting to look at. And there was something in here too, not too sure what it was, but some type of Sony camera. These are all preheat. They probably got converted to electronic though over the years.
This is $3. So do you want to go look for more?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold this for you. You go look for more?
Yeah.
Come back. Okay. $5 bag. What we can put in that bag? So you need more shirts?
This light has been there as long as I can remember, and I don't know what it was originally used for, as a signal or street light, but it's nice to still see it there. So that thrift store that we just went into, it used to be a Ben Franklin, and I remember going in it many times when I was younger. Over the years, well, Ben Franklin wasn't as popular anymore, and it turned into a thrift store. Now, I haven't been into that thrift store in probably like 2 years, so it was neat to go inside, and not much has changed. Their prices are decent for what's inside, and there's a nice variety of everything, not so much electrical and lighting, but if you're looking for anything else like clothing or house goods, you could probably find it there. Anyway, it's just a really cool store because it has some sentimental value to me. After that, I decided to go to the park here because this park has some interesting lights in it. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Sorry if it's really windy and you can't hear me. I'll try my best to not point the camera in the wind so it doesn't make a noise, but it's probably doing it right now. Anyway, I wanted to share this really cool old slide. This thing's been here for many years. Anyway, I just thought it was neat, so I wanted to share it along with all the old equipment. You know, nowadays everything's going plastic, and because they're too concerned about wood or, you know, kids hurting themselves or whatever. Now over here there used to be, I think it was like a tennis court or basketball court or something like that, and they used to have metal halide floods that would light this court up, and I actually have a video of them turning on. I did not upload that to YouTube because I think I videoed that before I started YouTube, but I don't know what they're doing here now, but it's obviously not here anymore. Interesting. Back this way we can see a nice dumpster, but that's not the reason we're going over here. We're looking at the new LED light up here. I don't know if you can see the thing. There, now you can see it. This park used to be filled with mercury vapor area lights, but it looks like they're replacing them as they burn out with these. That arm looks like a Westinghouse arm, so I think a Westinghouse NEMA head was on that at one point. Where is it? There. I think that one's high pressure sodium. One of the new pavilions that they put in. Yeah, this one is high pressure sodium. Kind of a cloudy day for this. Take a look at the water, I suppose, since we're here. Nice little waterfall. Very peaceful, the noise. And it's not too big of a waterfall either, so it's just kind of relaxing. Nice place to sit while watching it. I'm sure that's why the bench was put here. So I really hope you enjoyed the park there. It's kind of cool to just look around a little bit, something different. But now we're back home, so let's go ahead and take a look at what I picked up at the ReStore. And this is what I picked up. I did pick up this lampy fixture, and I guess we'll start with that, since that is what we see here. It was $5, and I'm not too worried about the price because I absolutely love these lampy fixtures. I don't know why. Well, I guess I do know why. Their quality is very high, and the components that they use inside are also very good quality, so it's an all-around great product. This one has a switch on the side, and it has the typical ends that the lampy fixture usually has. Now I have an 8-watt version with a switch here on the end. Looks just like this, except it's brown and 8-watt. So very cool. Let's see, you can see the ballast there a little bit, it's white. I'll save that for the video where I show the inside of this thing, because I definitely will do that. It's manufactured May 15th of 2003, and it's missing its little mounting brackets here. Now somebody decided it would be a great idea to drill a hole, like you can see there, and just screw directly through to the wall. So somebody drilled some holes in this thing, but it's okay. The fixture is a little bit dirty, as you can see, but I'm pretty sure it'll clean up just fine, as all these lampy fixtures that I've gotten over the years seem to clean up very nicely. So yeah, a typical lampy fixture. Something interesting though is I have the one from last time, or the other time. So here we have the more industrial one, and the less industrial one. So, you know, this one has a bare bulb. However, in the catalogs that I've seen for these, there was a bulb cover that would fit on this. It's probably the same cover as this one. But you can see the ends are different, metal versus plastic. And I think this one, as you can see, could be hardwired, where this one could be installed by the regular consumer. And the starter is inside of here, where this one, you can see it kind of right there in the middle of the screen. It's user replaceable without taking the cover off, where this one you need to take the cover off. But both of them, you get to replace a starter, which is great. So yeah, awesome fixtures. I love the lampy logo too. Awesome. This one has a switch on it, where this one that I picked up didn't, so I made sure I put one on that has a switch on the cord. Now this is like the metal thing that would be inside of that hole, but as you can see it was missing. So I'll put this old one aside, and let's see what else is inside of this bag here. I did test this thing in the store and it does work, so awesome. Well, I guess we'll start with this giant thing. Ooh, look at that. Now I think these were ER shaped, I think. Yeah, I think they were ER, like elliptical reflector or something like that is what these are. Now, as you saw in the video, there was this one and a whole bunch of generic ones. And I decided to just pick up this one because it's actually a GE, which you can see there. Oh my gosh, this camera needs to focus. I guess I have to just pull the camera away for it to focus on it. But you can see it says reflector, 500 watt, 130 volt. It says high bay, base up. So this must have been used, well, it says Mexico on it, so the bulb must not be too old, but this must have been used in instances where high bays are without the metal halide, or before metal halide was introduced. These types of bulbs would have been used. Now, the base on this is a little loose, but it seems to be holding on there very well. You can see some ceramic inside of there, because I'm sure this thing gets incredibly hot, especially base up, so not too surprised that the base is a little, you know, wonky, but it doesn't look like it's ever been installed, so it's probably brand new. It's also incredibly dusty all over, on the front and the sides. My best guess is that these came out of a church, because of the generic ones, they obviously were still trying to buy them somewhere so that they could replace the bulbs that they had. So I'm sure this was a replacement, and then the generic Chinese ones were replacements as well. So yeah, very cool to find one of these gigantic reflector bulbs. I don't remember if these were there last time. I don't think so, or else I probably would have picked it up. Or maybe it was and I just didn't want to, but yeah, this thing it's massive. Let's put it compared to the lampy there. It's about half the size of the whole fixture. So, they wrap up the bulbs at this ReStore, which is nice, you know, I appreciate that if they're fragile, but, well, I mean, bulb is fragile, but now I'm just saying words. Where's the other one? There it is. Push that out of the way, and here we go. So, these are the exact same thing. Got these for 50 cents. This was $2, as you saw. And these are obviously IKEA, and I could tell right away just because of the Mega Man style fluorescent tube inside. I love these things. I just like the design of the tube mostly. But these IKEA CFLs made by Mega Man seem to be very high quality. So whenever I see them for a decent price, like 50 cents for a brand new one, I decide to pick them up. So these are probably both in the same package. You know that at the time they had packages with a green background on it, and it probably came in a pack of two shaped like that, but for some reason they didn't have that. But overall, just very neat. So anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed seeing some of these things we picked up today. Didn't get anything at the other thrift stores. Wow, this camera can't. There we go. Didn't get anything at the other thrift stores. Nothing was really too super interesting there, so that's okay. Maybe another time. But anyway, I really do hope you enjoyed this vlog today, and also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.